You wanna know who I am? Folks call me the Bone Man. Ain't my real name, but it's the one that stuck. Tonight on Requiem Radio, ain't nothing wrong with chasing the music, as long as you don't let it catch you first. This one's about a boy from Tupelo, a pawn shop on Beale Street, and a guitar that don't just play songs, it eats them. This is the hungry guitar. He was just a kid, 16, 17 maybe. Rode into Memphis on a Greyhound from Tupelo with a beat-up Army surplus duffel and $20 in his boot. Said his name was Jesse Ray. Said he was chasing music. And the music led him to Milton's Pawn and Loon, a dusty little shop on Beale Street that don't even show up on Google Maps no more. Folks say it burned down in 2003. The locals remember. The way they talk about it, you'd think it was cursed. When Jesse stepped inside, the air changed. Everything got quiet. The hum of the neon signs, the traffic, even the rattle of the ceiling fan above him was all gone. And there it was, hanging on the back wall behind the counter. A black case, no price tag, just a scrap of masking tape that said, "Don't touch." But Jesse couldn't help himself. The old man behind the counter, half blind and smelling like kerosene, didn't even try to stop him. Just looked up and said, "That guitar don't belong to me. It chooses who plays it." Jesse opened the case. Inside was a worn mahogany guitar. Strings dull with age, the wood cracked like desert skin. When Jesse picked it up, it was light, too light. Like it was made of smoke and air and bad memories. He strummed it once. And the sound, Lord, the sound, it didn't come from the strings. It came from somewhere else, a deep, hollow wail like a train whistle coming from the bottom of a grave. But Jesse, he smiled, said, "This is the one." The old man didn't ask for the 20, just nodded and said, "Good luck to you, boy. That guitar gets hungry." That night Jesse played on the street corner outside Sun's studio. People stopped, not just stopped, they stared like they were caught in a spell. Some said the songs he played weren't his, that they were old Delta ballads long forgotten that hadn't been heard since the 1930s. Songs that should have been lost. And when he played, he changed. His voice got older, rougher. His fingers moved like they'd been playing for 60 years. A woman named Loretta May swore she saw a second shadow behind him. There was a tall man in a fedora tapping his boot in time with the music. When Jesse hit the last note, the shadow disappeared. And Jesse collapsed. He came to in a motel room. The guitar was still beside him, but his fingers were bleeding raw down to the bone. And his voice was gone. He tried to leave Memphis the next morning, but the bus never came. He tried again the next day. Still no bus. That guitar had never left his side, and it never let him sleep. People said he started looking thinner, paler, like he was fading into the strings. And then one night he vanished, just like that. They say the guitar showed back up at Milton's pawn a week later. Same case, same scrap of tape, don't touch. And every few years someone new came in, thought they'd found their sound, thought they could tame it. But you don't own that guitar, you just borrow it. Because it ain't an instrument, it's a mouth, and it's always hungry. So the next time you're in some old pawn shop and you hear a hum coming from the back wall, walk away or don't. After all, that guitar chooses you.
You've been listening to Requiem Radio, where music bleeds into the supernatural, and that was a hungry guitar. Ain't every song worth singing, and ain't every string meant to be strummed. Some sounds, once you let them loose, don't ever stop ringing. Ain't gonna be no more tonight. Y'all rest easy. And don't let the dark drive you home.